turning the ball over quite a lot, making mistakes as they settle down. But ultimately it comes down to teams that can put the ball in the basket and teams that can defend. We are up and underway, and the ball is controlled by what is officially in this game the visitors, Mega Belgrade. Straight away, ball being swung around on the perimeter, and we get our first steal, but it's a foul that's called. Luigi Swigo caught with his hands in the cookie jar.
Yeah, it's an early foul for him, and you just got to be careful going into the second half, not to pick up his second or third foul. It's important for Milano to have him on the court as much as they can.
The excitement, just stick your hands in there, trying to do something positive early on. And get back underway. Mega in possession. Suzentic at the shot clock buzzer. Well, so much for nerves and turning it over. He clatters home his first three, averaging 16 points a game in the qualifiers. Now we're going to see if they can match that defensively. Quick three-point shot for Milan. Offensive rebound. And Swigo was open but wasn't ready for the pass. And Mega go coast to coast and one. Vuksin Musikic gets the steal. He streaks down the court, gets fouled on the way to the basket. An opportunity for a three-point play early. A great start by Mega.
Yes, they definitely come out and execute their first two plays, and their bench as well. I was really impressed with how the bench is involved, and they want this game so bad. So from the beginning, they put that pressure on Milan right away.
Well, when they hosted the competition in Belgrade a couple of years ago, I think that was that your first or your second EuroLeague championship in Belgrade?
That was my second.
Yeah, so it was old hat by then. You was like, oh yeah, I'm back to that.
Right.
But that was a huge turn-up when they turned over Madrid in the final. There we go, transition opportunity. Lonati and the fast break, dropping down. But Belgrade, as you said, we talk about this competition being open. They will fancy their chances, a team that could go all the way once more. And they certainly started out with a statement of intent.
Yes.
Scoring the first 5 points of the game.
You see bodies thrown around, they diving for each ball, so it's going to be a hard-fought battle right here today.
Well, Mattia Chiquetta with the two-point shot on the inbounds pass. So Milan definitely well drilled on offense, moving the ball and getting another steal. Great ball movement, great passing. Can't make the jump shot. But Milan have come right back at Mega after their explosive start to the game.
Oh, what a start.
Wow,
yeah.
Suzentic.
Expectations are really high on Suzentic, and so far he came out to play today.
Donati. Work the ball around the horse. Chicato at the shot clock buzzer, can't convert. Mega on the attack. To say the pace of this game, the energy level from both teams has been impressive so far, but Luigi Swigo, and he knows it. You see his hands behind the back? He knows he's just committed his second foul.
Yep. That's why that picking up that first foul, unnecessary foul, maybe it's going to affect this whole game. Yeah.
You watch him stick his hands in there.
Again,
you go.
Don't reach.
Knows
you're 220. Just go out there and help or try to block the shot. These are just small details that you've got to be careful.
Well, they reached.
He reached again and third foul.
Wow.
Did I jinx him or something?
No, he's jinxed himself.
Yeah.
Look, this is we talk about the nervousness of these players. This is the
right. I mean, I called it earlier, and he picked up his third foul in 2.5 minutes, a little more than 2.5 minutes. It's his first half is over, I think.
Yeah, and you're not blaming the coach for that, for him picking up that foul. But again, 18 years of age, this is the third time you've played in this competition. You've got to be able to think, I need to go and stand somewhere else, away from the basketball. 3 fouls. Basically the same foul every time.
Same foul, reaching foul, unnecessary. And he kind of punished himself just sitting on the bench for the first half. And we'll see if it's going to be helpful in the second half.
Well, in the qualifying tournament finals, he had the same problem against INSEP of Paris, where he got in foul trouble. And it was ineffective, and they got down big in that final, ended up going down. And now... And he's such an important player, not just because of his stats, but his sheer size on the court.
Yes, his presence just being there. He's got the height advantage, with 220 blocking shots, running down the lane. But unfortunately, he left his team out there, picking up his third earlier.
Petar Stojic missing the layup. Interesting defensive strategy, just dive on the floor underneath it. Good defense that time, though. Garavalia. The ball will go back to Mega. Just great vertical defense. And we talked about this earlier, how difficult it is for young players to go vertical, not bending down.
Right. There's communication mistake again, and right away, Mega tried to punish it. We talk about both things. We said coming up, straight up, not to put your hands down. It's an automatic foul, and also defensively, communication part. You make one mistake on communication, and the team just punishes you right away.
And also, you see the price paid for Milan with Swigo on the bench with 3 fouls. The offensive rebounding gets an easy score there. They just keep the ball high, Mega, tip it around until they get the deuce.
Right. So whole game plan is going to change because he's out. They're going to probably struggle with the rebound overall.
They've basically got 5 guards on the floor now. There isn't a bona fide big man out there. And they're getting their shots blocked when they attack the basket. Chikato has his shot rejected. Mega, if they're smart, they're going to pound the ball inside. It's exactly what they do. And they do not get the points from Musakic. Now, if you're Milan, you want to speed the game up, right? They want to get fast break.
I think that's what they're going to do. They're a great running team, and we're going to see this next, rest of the game. They're going to keep running. As soon as they get stops or get the rebounds, they're going to keep running.
And they got to make layups, though. Good hands defensively. That's on Chikato. Gets the steal. He's fouled in transition.
High prospect guy. He started with 2 threes already. So everything works out for Mega so far.
But Milan still on the court. They're still playing. You don't go home because your star big man gets 3 fouls in the first quarter, and because the opposition have got 6 offensive rebounds. You can do something about the rebounding. You can start blocking out and just get some points on the board. They are 0 of 2 3-point shooting. Mega have taken 12 shots, Milan 8. So those offensive rebounds are turning into scoring opportunities. And we get our first look at Pavel Batko, number 15 of Mega, into the action as they continue with this much taller lineup than Milan. Achille Lonate, though, shows why he's a player to watch offensively.
Great slasher. I mean, again, for him to get to the basket, it's not that hard. So he uses skills and ability to get to the basket easily and finish it up there.
And even though Mega are a taller team, they're not shot blockers. So, maybe he's not going with any fear when he attacks the basket.
Yes, definitely. He's going to keep putting that pressure in the paint, and he's not afraid of getting his shots blocked. He's a great finisher in the paint.
Milan on the attack. Air ball on the jump shot from Garavalia. And here comes Mega. 4-point lead for the team from Belgrade. Pavel Batko down low. Spins the baseline, comes back, steps through, left-handed, gets the finish, and that's just size over intention.
Oh yeah, they're gonna put the ball inside rest of the game, and
Well,
defensively though they gotta get stops. They they get him blown by easily.
Batchko again.
Again, very soft touch, and high skilled player. Once you get the ball around the basket, you had a great point that people make him look like a baby Jokic. I definitely agree with that. Very soft touch, smart IQ player.
Steal and breakaway slam dunk for Ognjen Lazentic, who goes to 8 points. Well, here's a question for you, Coach. You can tell me I'm crazy. When Dirk Nowitzki took over and everybody got to the 1 foot step back jump shot, right? That's the name of the game now.
Yep.
You've got Jokic, and now you've got players out there like they're modeling their game on him. You've got Batchko. He's soft hands, leaning in. He's not doing anything athletically.
It's just the game is evolving. I mean, players change the game. This is a game of players, and each player, Jokic, Nowitzki, even Luka, they come in and change the game. Steph Curry, we see how the game is evolved, and now all the big guys are taking shots. Back in the day, maybe when you were playing, when the big guys take the shots, they would look at you like you're crazy. Why are you taking the shot? You're a big man. You got to finish around the rim. But the game has changed a lot, and you see now big guys shooting the ball and big guys playing like a point guard. Jokic is having triple-double every day, and it's a different game now.
In my day, it was the bad boys of Detroit, so if it moved, you fouled it. That's much easier for me.
Yes.
Yeah, but no, you're right. I think it's just the way the game evolves. Michael Jordan made everybody want to dunk the basketball.
Right.
And now you've got Jokic, and it's great to see big men, because the game has become so much involved behind the three-point line, and the bigs became almost an afterthought. But now big men they're coming back. They're on the charge.
Yes, if you have a high IQ, basketball player, a big man who can pass the ball, you'll have a huge advantage. Definitely can create for the shooters and create his own shot. That's why Jokic is so valuable, because he knows how to pass the ball. He can shoot the ball. He has everything you ask for. So.
Well, they pass the basketball. The pass becomes a weapon, almost in the same mold as being able to dribble, because you've got to protect against him passing the ball, which opens up the one-on-one opportunities. You don't double team him; he'll pass out of it.
Right.
Foul there. I thought it was a travel, but they've called a foul. So Milan will retain possession on the sideline. They trail by 7 points. Lunati will take the ball out of bounds. Milan 12, Mega 19. Garavaglia from deep and gets the three. Well, you said that they seem to be a team that are confident taking the shots when they move, taking the ball out of the offense. They're comfortable with each other. Good chemistry.
Yes, definitely. They know how to play, and they really pushing the ball and putting the pressure on the Mega team right now. And they're not shy of getting to the lane and going to the basket or taking these open shots. They just play the way they're supposed to play.
Well, I was just about to say, an example of the passing ability of Batchko, moving the ball down, but then they throw it away, trying to kick it out from underneath. Turnover.
You just got to keep it simple. I mean, whoever is open, you pass the ball. Try not to be fancy with the ball. Just keep it simple, and if you try to be fancy with the ball, that's going to create problems and more turnovers.
Well, the good news is that you've got a game on our hands. These two teams are certainly showing that they've got the right intention and a right degree of effort there, as Karem almost trying to get the steal. Mega will retain possession, but nothing coming easy as this quarter wears on. I guess the nerves are settling down. And I have to say, again,
you see guard setting a screen for a big man, which is it was unusual when you look back 10-15 years ago. Now this is a reverse screen, guard setting a screen for a big man, so big man can create. Obviously there was a bad decision, but
a good recovery from the defense.
Yes.
I'm impressed with Milan defensively. They're not switching on that high screen and roll. They keep the big man getting back in the action, Youssef, and then they get an easy bucket at the other end. Well, Milan, many say they're the dark horse of this tournament. Would you say that seems to be something looking true so far?
I agree, yeah, I agree. definitely. They're fighting on the court. All 5 guys, they're diving on the floor. Each possession. So they're not going to give up. You see how they recover on defense, and they don't get screened.
Guglielmo Yusuf commits that foul there. They haven't given it to him. Will confirm. They've given to Brian Angeletti, who commits the foul, and that puts Mega in the bonus. 5 fouls for Milan. Only 3 for Mega, so they've got 1 to give if they want to make sure Milan doesn't get an easy bucket. And Luca Illes at the line makes both free throws. 4-point lead for Mega. Milan 17, Mega Belgrade 21. 2 minutes left in the first period. Angeletti hands off to Karem. Pass through the bounce pass between the legs. It's stolen away. Illes drives into trouble, throws it away, but they get it back. And then they definitely throw it away. Well, sloppy ball handling by Mega, though.
It was, yeah. You going into the paint, you don't make up your mind. It's just a bad decision by Mega players. You always got to think about the next step. What are you going to do before you go into the paint? If you go with no plan, that's going to lead to a turnover.
Well, Milan back in possession. Garavalia back to Omar Karem on the wing. Pulls up off the dribble. Misses the long 2. Illes with a defensive rebound. Mega.
Again, he's setting up now.
Illes trying to use his body to create space. Fumbles the ball, but gets it back and converts the layup. Gets the lead back up to 6 points. Final minute of the first period. Slow wind up, and the 3-pointer is away and good for Yusuf.
Simple pick and roll and good read, and they're not shy of taking these open shots, and as long as they make it, they're in the game. But now they gotta try to stop Bacco in the paint.
Good strong drive and finish there. George Ignato down the lane, and he said they had a foul to give, and they've used the foul wisely.
They did. That's a good foul. Now they're on bonus after this foul. They got to get this stop, and they might have another 4 or 5 seconds left on the shot clock for offense.
Yusuf winding up, taking his time, making sure the 3 goes. They missed their first three-pointers, Milan. They've made 2 in a row. That's got them back within 5 points. Mega have led by as many as 7 in this game. Well, it's been a difficult start. The first couple of minutes were disastrous for Milan, but they're certainly back in it. And if they keep making triples like that, they'll do more than get back in it.
They're not making things complicated.
Bacco gets his, well, there you get his shot blocked, but
it was, yeah. I think it was, maybe Cesato.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, he was again a second late. He should have been there already on the help side.
That's a fair question, though. The quarter's running down. They're setting up the high screen and roll between Bacco and I think that Illes.
Yes.
Shouldn't the defense anticipate that?
Yes, he should have been there already. For the roll, because the shot clock is winding down and you have a couple seconds left. But they either gonna take that shot or pass the Bacco, but it was just a mistake.
Streaking down the court.
One.
Referee doesn't call the foul. But Cordellino gets the left.
Guys, and they keep moving the ball. They have a great spacing. So if they keep in the way they play, they're gonna create more shots.
Second quarter is underway. Garavalia straight away into the action. Cordellini moves the ball back up top, and there's that man Lenati down the lane and snakes his way through the defense.
Yes.
Ogden Cezentic says, anything you can do, I can do better. Right back at you. Cezentic and Lenati both have similar attack approaches to the game.
Very similar slashers, and they're really comfortable with the ball. They can create their own shot, and you know, around the rim, once they get there, they either get fouled, like how we see it, or just finish it easily. Here, Lenati finishing it easily.
Well, we're all square, 27 points apiece. Lenati only 4 points, but he's made both of his 2-point shots attacking the basket. Ogden Cezentic becomes the joint lead scorer in the game. He goes to 10 points, matching the 10 of Diego Garavaglia of Milan. With that free throw there, he goes to 11, and Mega re-established a 2-point lead. Full court pressure, man-to-man from Mega. Their coaches asked them to raise the intensity defensively. Good defense there, the block shot by Stojic. Now Cezentic feeding his big man down low. And Petar Stojic can't convert.
You see how Milano runs. They run the lanes real quick. As soon as they clear the rebound, they get the rebound. All 5 guys you see, like in synchronized, that they just running at the same time. They're gonna put that pressure on the fast break.
And well drawn. They're getting to the right spots on the floor. You know, there's a method to the madness. It's not just run and go crazy.
No, you see them, the wings. They fill up the corners. The big man just run the pipeline. It's very, very well organized transition offense.
Which you only get if you play together for a long time, which is where their chemistry comes.
Yes, a lot of work, playing together makes everything easier.
Stojic in the post, can't get the shot to go. Well, observation from your league commentator, Doge, so far, I'd say that neither one of these teams can match the athleticism of Barcelona.
Well, yeah, the Barcelona makes a difference with the athleticism and the length. They have a deep roster. Each guy coming off the bench as well. They have the depth and the length. So these teams are not quite there yet. Barcelona makes a difference with the size and the length for sure.
Strong drive. Danilovic gets his first points of the game. Another player in his second ANGE finals. Again, the passing game of Milan comes up with the reward, the layup.
They also move without the ball really well. They read it, and they cut, and again, playing together for a long time, that helps a lot. You know, each player, they know each other, what they can do best. So
Danilovic working off the bounce. Almost stolen away by Youssef, but the referee catches him, calls him for the foul. The referee may have called that. Certainly not. Is that an active shooting? Was his Gaddester? Indeed it was. See, Youssef.
Yeah, it's another controversial. I mean, he was about to hold the ball, but I don't know if he had the full control of it. It's just, again, their judgment.
Instant replay system versus just let the officials figure it out for themselves. Which side of the fence do you sit on?
Old school one. I mean, you know.
Oh, that's funny, though, because you're a baby, barely retired.
Right.
I always have liked the human nature of officiating.
That's it.
That's the beauty of the game. The referees don't always get it right.
No, you don't have to get it right all the time. Like I said it before, as players, we all make mistakes. Coaches make mistakes, and referees have the right to make mistakes. So it's completely fine to get a couple calls wrong.
Buckets coming for Milan. Omar Karem goes to 5 points personal, gets his team within one, and there's a turnover.
See the aggressivity, 5 guys in Milano, very active. They stay in front of the ball. and play great defense. As long as they have the energy on defense, they're gonna, be a big threat for Mega.
They see Yusuf swarming to Zentic, forcing the mistake. 6 turnovers now for Mega. Down in the post, drop to the baseline. They throw out of the double team. Lenati steps in, misses the long two. That's a smart rebound.
That's a great awareness. Great rebound. I mean, when the ball was in the air, he knew where his teammates were. It's me. I'm really impressed how they play with 5 short guys and still put a lot of pressure on Mega and get the defense the paint as well. It's just all about the aggressivity, ball pressure, staying in front of the ball. Those things make a huge difference. Mega is struggling right now to find their rhythm.
They started out quite easy in this game for Mega. Milan, their on-court awareness and positioning has been outstanding. Then Mega take the lead once more. And they will retain it. As Cornelino misses the 3-point shot.
Beautiful.
Oh, Lenati.
He just couldn't get it go, but it was a beautiful move by Lenati.
And the thing is, a player like him will keep shooting the ball.
Right, yeah. Another easy basket for Baby Jokic.
I don't want to get him stuck with that moniker.
Yeah, I know. Bako.
Because it'll be my fault.
No. No, Bako is a great player. Obviously, he looks, the way he plays is like Jokic, but obviously he's a skilled big man. Who knows the game.
But it's a unique style of play.
It is definitely. I mean, it's not a bad thing to be compared with Jokic, but Bako has his own style, obviously. But very smart player. He knows where he is on the court. Great spacing. He just gets to the basket easy, and already got double figures as well.
In a world where athleticism seems to dominate on the basketball court, a smart player who's got great footwork do rather well. Bako's certainly doing that today.
Yeah, definitely has a great feel for the game. You see in that position, even if he couldn't get the rebound, he just reached for it and got his team in a good position.
And the thing is, with players like that, they are very aware. They know that they're not the most athletic player on the court. They're not intimidated by it. They probably hate pre-season training. We've got to run up their mountains, but it's just sheer doggedness is what will get him to the top of the hill. Misses the shot there, and here comes Milan. Opportunity for them. They've got numbers if they can take advantage, but that doesn't happen. Smart foul by Vid Krunic.
Very smart foul. They had numbers, but they, Milan held the ball too long and got caught with the foul. So they're gonna set up right now, 5-on-5.
Milan again, working up high. Lenati hits Garavaglia, and he proves lights out from deep.
I mean, his pace is really, it makes the difference. Getting into his shots, the way he moves, he's got a great pace.
And then an illegal screen is called. Garavaglia is even laughing with Bako as well, as if to say, dude, I didn't think you fouled, but hey, the referee calls it, I'm going to take it. There's the screen. He maybe sicks that right hip out a little bit.
It's just a great hustle, though. Great hustle by Garavaglia.
And that's an important point you make there, isn't it? Because without the hard work from Garavaglia, Bako doesn't get called for the foul.
Yes, you don't get that if you don't try it. So.
That's a strong drive, obviously, for Zentic, and he's asking for a unsportsmanlike. How's about that for vertical straight down the line?
It's a great attack by Zentic, but it's a good foul as well. I mean, no easy baskets. That sends a message to Mega. We're not going to let you score easily, and this is a great foul. I think reaching the ball and not letting him Zentic to get easy basket.
Sometimes your reputation precedes you, and you better believe on the scouting report, Ognjen Suzentic is somebody that Milan recognize has the potential to go for big numbers. So do not give him any easy points, that's for sure.
They got the ball. Well, he tried hard. I mean, it's not a bad gamble. He almost steal the ball, but again, you don't want to leave your team 5-on-4 there. If you don't steal the ball, you got to get back in front. You should not. You should not. If you're not 100% sure that you're going to steal that ball, you shouldn't die for it. But again, for the effort, I can't get mad to that play. Really, I want that effort from my players. So it's okay to do it one time, not twice. It's all about their defensive aggressivity. All 5 guys, they move together, they pressure the ball, they don't get screened, so that makes a huge difference. You see the bombs, they really know what they're doing on defense. But again, offensive rebounds, Mega is doing a great job following their shots, and unfortunately Milan has no big guys getting these rebounds. So they got to box out. They got all 5 guys have to box out, and guard needs to help. Now they got to be a little more careful since they're in bonus. But I'm sure they're going to keep their aggressivity. They're not going to back down. Active hands again. Great job. Defensively, Milano just using their hands a lot, and that what keeps them, in the game. And even though they were out rebound by 12. And they're still tied up with Mega. It's impressive what Milano is doing defensively.
Suzentic, this is the jump shot. Milan in transition. There on the wing. Grassi. Excuse me, that's not Grassi, that is Mattia Ciccato. You mentioned him and Lenati in the backcourt have been pretty outstanding.
It's a great tandem, having those 2 guys. They both can. Again, another shot by him. Didn't go in this time, but Lonati got the rebound, secured the rebound. They're just moving the ball. They're just sharing the ball, playing simple basketball. And, they're up by 3 right now. And you see the timeout from Mega. They take the open shots. If they don't have open shots, they drive and try to create open shots for their teammates. So Milano team is doing a great job executing their plays.
Well, we could reflect that, how important that passing game is. You look at the assist totals. Belgrade have got 3. Milan, 14 assists.
Already, yeah.
And we talked about it earlier, how important it's great to have a big assist number, but the turnover needs to be low as well. You see Belgrade have got 9 turnovers. Milan, passing game, without a recognised big man on the floor, is what's got them ahead. And the pace of the game, tempo, is something we always talk about. The importance of, would you agree that Milan are controlling the pace of this game so far?
Yes, definitely. With their aggressivity on both ends of the floor, really defensively being aggressive, having active hands, and offensively sharing the ball, having a good spacing, and not shy of taking any shots. Yeah, again, assist turnover ratio is incredible. If I were the coach of Milan now, I'd be super happy having 14 assists and only 5 turnovers.
And there we just got a glimpse of Ognjen Suzentic, who's been the bright spot offensively for Mega.
Great jump to the ball, great switching.
Nice finish there.
Good finish.
Right, Petar Stojic there with the footwork. Well, Renati made his last 3. That one came up short. Under pressure there defensively. Suzentic's body's flying all over the place.
It's the summary of the game. Summary of the game. They're not shy of diving or taking bumps or charges. It's great to see these young guys going at each other.
Nikola Karalic, as you see the bodies go down. Karalic with the drive. There's the foul from Cordolino.
It's a strong finish.
Nikola Karalic with the deuce.
Yeah, I mean, he got fouled, but still managed to finish it. It's a skill as well,
Well, it's a 6-point swing in favor of Mega. They trail by 3.
Coming off that timeout really helped Mega and refresh everything. Now they're up by 2 points.
Caravaggio in the post, faces up, squares up, misses the jump shot. Defensive rebound, Mega. Minute and a half left till the end of the second period. Suzentic trying to work one-on-one against Chikato, who's having none of it. Suzentic, though, persists the fadeaway. Does not get the roll. Offensive rebound and stick back. And that's Lusic. Gets the bucket.
Great reaction by Mega. Used that timeout and came out really strong from that timeout. And now they're ahead 4 points. It's just a great reaction by the Mega team.
Now Coach Catalani and Milan, they respond with a timeout of their own with a minute left. They're trying to seize back momentum going into the half. What adjustment now is Milan making with a minute on the clock?
Well, definitely, they got to stick with their game plan. They've done a great job sharing the ball, moving the...
Hesitation, dribble, kicks it out there. Rossi, open look.
That's one shot that you don't want to take. It's foot on the line. It's not a 3-point shot, but it's almost behind the arc. So that's a low percentage shot.
It's like trying to be a little bit pregnant. Either shoot a 3 or get to the basket.
Yes. Your foot is on the line. You know that you're on the line, and you shouldn't take that shot. Even if you're open, just go step back or go for mid-range.
And as at the end of the first period, Mega with fouls to give, and they use it to stop the action. 21.6 seconds left in the first half. Foul is committed by Vid Krunic. You take a seat. So
that's one ball. They got to be patient and use the time wisely.
Mattia Chikato, 5.6 assists, will trigger the action in this final play of the first half. All the Milan players out beyond the 3-point line. No real action in the paint. Chikato goes cross court. Caravaggio gets the jump shot, and that's what Coach Catalina wanted in the timeout, and that will do it for the first half. Caravaggio.
What a half he had. Really great shooting performance by Caravaggio. Great job moving without the ball.